All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Verna Ruffin. I'm the superintendent of schools, and I have several members of our staff here with me this evening as we talk with you about the international school with focus on dual language. I'm so excited about talking and implementing and beginning the process of opening this new program in 2021-22, which is just a few months away. And we're going to play tag team with all of our staff members to explain to you what this international school, dual language school is. It offers an opportunity for our students to learn two languages simultaneously. We look forward to beginning in this next school year, with pre-K and kindergarten and first grade. We expect to add an additional grade level every year thereafter until we grow out the program. When the program grows, there'll be other opportunities for our students to continue their mastery of two languages, including advanced placement courses and working towards earning a biliteracy seal upon graduation from high school, or perhaps near their graduation from high school, because they will be quite proficient in reading and writing and speaking in two languages. We are going to also have our staff to explain to you what the application process will look like, when approximately that will be coming out, where the exact location of the school is going to be. But for right now, we wanted to begin with an informational session to really get you excited as we are, because that means that your child, our students, will be able to learn two languages simultaneously in Waterbury. This topic actually came out when I first came to Waterbury about 2 years ago and had several community forums. And as I worked on the portrait of the graduate with the entire community, this was something that parents brought up a number of times. Can't we offer more languages? Can't we have opportunities for students to be able to learn and grow their ability to speak in more than one language? And I'm so excited to be able to share this with you, because I believe that it is another dream come to fruition, and you get an opportunity to be a part of that. So I'll open it up to our team to be able to share additional information with you. And please feel free to jot down in the chat box any questions that you have. We are actually capturing those questions, and we're going to put them on the website so that you and other people who might want to inquire about the international school, the dual language, and they'll be able to get that information anytime that they choose to.
Well, hi, everybody. My name is Darren Schwartz. I am the Chief Academic Officer here in the city of Waterbury, and I just want to feed off Dr. Ruffin's energy here about this opportunity to open a very exciting school for our students here in Waterbury. We're looking to open, as Dr. Ruffin said, next year for preschool, 4-year-olds, kindergarten, and first grade. And we're anticipated that this program will grow to at least the 8th grade, and I'm hoping that students will be able to leave that 8th grade actually passing the seal of biliteracy. Although many students take the exams for that in high school, our goal is to really advance that through this programming. Some of the frequently asked questions, and I'll pop these up for everyone, is transportation provided? Absolutely. There will be a lottery process for selection for students. We're looking for about 40 to 45 students per grade to start this off. And as the first graders grow, that will become a 2nd grade and a 3rd grade and a 4th grade, and so on and so forth. We've had some questions. Are all students welcome to apply? What if my child has an IEP? Excellent. Have them apply. No student should be denied to apply because they have an IEP. We want all students to apply. We had some questions. If the program is specifically to teach and be biliterate in English and Spanish, what if my child speaks another language or has a different language? Well, then our goal is to make sure that by 8th grade they'll be trilingual. And so that is, and just to think of all of the languages here spoken in Waterbury, to have a school dedicated to teach students 2 languages and to be biliterate in 2 languages. What that means for a student as they grow older in our society is just absolutely breathtaking to think about. So exciting to offer, and I selfishly asked Dr. We have a baby on the way due in June, and I said, Doctor, are we accepting applications for 2025, 26 preschoolers? And she said, no, Darren, you can't sign up. So I'm going to have to wait my turn like everybody else as a Waterbury resident, but this is open for Waterbury residents. And how exciting is this? My wife is trilingual, and you know, we had this conversation, you know, prior to this tonight, and this school coming online is, you know, what are we going to do? How are we going to teach the child a second language? How are we going to navigate that and figure that out? And there aren't many options around here. And you know, thankfully, Dr. Ruffin has that vision to be able to give more choices for Waterbury parents. And so personally, for me, it means a lot for the school to open up, but also professionally, I just can think of no better option for our students to provide them with an opportunity to learn 2 languages. You think of the humanities, you think of the art and the music and the opportunity to learn from one another. It's just so exciting. And one of the things that we want to stress for families is, you know, families were like, well, how do I learn the other language? You know, I want to take the class with my child. And so, and I'm with you 100%. So, although the students won't be having parents in their class, and they'll probably be happy to know that when they get into middle school. But we will be not just encouraging, but creating and specifically designing the school so that parents are working with one another, learning each other's languages. And so that it does 2 things. It helps you communicate to your child when they come home and they start using the words in their non-native language, and help encourage that at home. But it also helps you build that community at the school. So we are just excited about this brand new school coming to Waterbury. We don't just quite we aren't quite ready to announce where it's going to be. I know that's on everyone's mind, but you will know that by the time applications are due. We anticipate applications going out within the next month. And again, it is going to be a lottery. And so, and I'll just close with this, and I'll be online and there answering questions with Dr. Ruffin and the rest of the panel here, is that at this school, there is no dominant language. The primary languages are Spanish and English. And so you give equal weight to both. And so, and part of that design is that when you are learning to read, you will learn to read in your native language. And so some parents that speak English and don't have much Spanish background were worried sometimes about sending their child to a dual language school. They're worried that they're not going to learn to read. And I can tell you that you know, those fears should be allayed by the idea that the reading will be in their native language. But then 90% of the day beyond that will be taught in Spanish, starting in the younger grades. And that slowly transitions to a 50-50 around 3rd grade. So 50% of the day in English, 50% of the day in Spanish. And so, and so in that vein, you've heard a lot of English tonight. I'm going to introduce Della, who has really helped design this program. We've been talking about this program. We finally have the champion to bring it here with Dr. Ruffin. And so, you know, let Della kind of cover what we've talked about in Spanish for those on the call that speak Spanish as their native language, and let her add on as she sees fit. So Adela, please take it away.
Gracias, Darren. Hola, mi nombre es Adela Jorge Ferguson y soy la supervisora del Departamento de Educación Bilingüe y de Inglés como segundo idioma. Quiero darle las bienvenidas y las gracias por estar aquí con nosotros hoy. Y también darle unas grandes gracias a nuestra superintendente de escuelas, la doctora Ruffin, por esta gran oportunidad que va a ser muy beneficiosas para todos nuestros estudiantes. Quería dejarles saber que el programa, para poder entrar al programa, va a ser un proceso de aplicación de lotería. Así que todos pueden aplicar, todo estudiante será considerado, transportación va a ser proveída y lo que queremos es que cuando el estudiante llegue a la escuela superior pueda ganarse el sello de bilingüismo. Eso es algo que va a demostrar que todos los estudiantes son totalmente fluentes y totalmente bilingües, no solamente en su habilidad de poder hablar, pero también escribir y leer en español. También cuando lleguen a la escuela superior queremos que tengan la oportunidad de poder recibir créditos de universidad por lo que han aprendido en su idioma. Si tiene alguna pregunta, la puede escribir en español, la puedes poner en el chat y se la vamos a contestar. Todo estudiante va a comenzar y aprender a leer en su idioma natal. Eso quiere decir que los estudiantes que son nativos en el idioma en español van a aprender cómo leer en español. El estudiante que es nativo parlante en inglés va a aprender a leer en inglés, pero el resto del día va a ser algo donde ambos idiomas se van a usar para el aprendizaje del estudiante. También va a haber un enfoque en cómo los dos idiomas, el español e inglés, son similares y cómo son diferentes. Y de esa manera el estudiante va a refinar su entendimiento de ambos idiomas. Para las personas que están considerando aplicar para la escuela, si su niño está en pre-Kindle, primer grado, pre-Kindle, Kindle, si va a entrar en pre-Kindle, Kindle o primer grado, es muy importante que aplique ahora, porque el primer año es el año más fácil para poder entrar. Han surgido varias preguntas durante las otras secciones informativas y padres han preguntado si van a haber oportunidades para las familias también poder aprender los idiomas. Y queremos dejarles saber que sí, estamos planificando tener actividades y cursos para que los padres también puedan aprender. Tendremos clases de inglés como segundo idioma y también clases de español como segundo idioma para las personas que están interesadas en aprender español. Y esta escuela va a ser muy especial en que ambos idiomas, el inglés y el español, ambos van a tener el mismo peso y el mismo valor. Sí, esto es algo estamos muy excitados para poder proveer esta oportunidad a nuestros estudiantes. Okay, si tienen alguna pregunta, la puedes poner en el chat y vamos a continuar. Ok, gracias. Darren?
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so if you have any questions, please use the chat function. We have the amazing Dr. Epperson here, the amazing Dr. Eckler, the amazing Noreen Buckley, who's here for the, Dr. Eckler is our literacy expert, and especially in the secondary schools. And I know that, you know, it's 7 o'clock, but we could talk about this all night. We'll stay on all night. I feel like, Doc, we're like, you know, telethon, let's just do it. And so get the word out, you know, and one of the things I failed to mention in my opening was I've been here long enough to know, and I've worked in Hartford in the past, and I thankfully came to Waterbury, and the first year is the best year to get in because once the word gets out, everyone tries to get into the schools. And so next year we're taking about 40 to 45 students per grade. So if you do the math, about 120 to 135 students will be starting year one in either pre-KK or first grade. But after that, you know, it's 40 to 45 students through the lottery process every year, and we want the problem of too many people applying. We want that problem because that's another one for us to solve, but it's a good one for us to solve. That's a problem we want to have. And so if I could give you one piece of advice, if you are a parent, or if you know of parents who have children that are going to be pre-KK or first grade, or students born in 2015, 16, or 17, please encourage them to apply when it comes out in March. If you
I do want to take an opportunity to recognize Commissioner Van Stone, who is on the on the meeting as well. So Commissioner, welcome. And then please go on, Darren.
Okay, so we have a few questions in the chat. Is it going to be a regular schedule? I don't know if it's going to be a regular schedule, but I could tell you that it will be a full day. It will be a full day. We're not really ready to go out with the hours just yet, but it will be a full day, especially the pre-K 4. So some parents have had questions, is it just going to be a half-day preschool? No, it's going to be a full day preschool. Those hours we're a little stuck on transportation based on busing and what we have in the district. But yes, transportation will be provided, and we will have a full day for students. And Dr. answered that. So, and then so one parent asked if a student is in first grade now. Yes, that means they'll be in second grade next year, and the school is starting in pre-K, K, and 1 for next year. So unless the student is entering preschool for kindergarten or first grade for next year, and even as I said in the last chat we had, first grade is even stretching it a little bit for students to be able to master the language. We really have to try to get them when they're 4, 5, and 6, and so to be to stay true to the program, we're starting at first grade. And as Dr. mentioned, the site for the school will be announced within a few weeks. She's working hard at making sure that we have a location and a building for the school. And so that information, please follow us. I know Dr. Ruffin, that the second that's available, it will be tweeted out. It will be all over the Waterbury Public Schools website. I'm sure we'll get it out on Parent Square. And so you know, any of it on our website. So we will get that information out to you, including applications, locations, hours, and all of the things that parents will question. We will have ready for you when we announce for application time. So tonight we're more than happy to answer any more questions that you have. If not, we'll just keep talking about how excited we are. Come on, Dr. Epperson, what do you got for us? You excited? I know you are.
Really excited. I'm even more excited that I'm going to be a part of an afternoon class, hopefully with some parents who are trying to master the language too. So that makes me even more excited.
I mean, and think about all of the community connections that we'll have here. We're in so many families that value the 2 languages, or even multiple languages beyond the 2. And I just can't wait. I can't wait for the first assembly. I can't wait to get out there and see what the students are going to be able to produce. And now that we're going to have so many students speaking 2 languages, I think we all feel the pressure to start to pick up our game a little bit so we can effectively communicate as well at the school. So I'm excited. Dr. Eckler, how do you feel? Ready to go?
I'm super excited. I tried out my hand at remembering some Spanish in our last call and did okay. But honestly, I think that, you know, had I had the opportunity to learn Spanish as a kindergartner, I'd still be using it today. Like, I can find my way around a few places, but not really communicate. I can catch a little bit of what you're saying, Adela, but not as much as I could have. I'm also really excited about what this will do for our students when they come up into the upper grades. You know, it just gives them such an opportunity having those 2 languages to experience what we teach in English language arts and even in our social studies department, so much more, and just get so much more out of it having those 2 languages in their background. It's a huge opportunity for our students.
And along that note, research has shown that when students or when you learn a second language, it actually causes you to develop a deeper understanding of your native language. So that by our students learning, the native English speakers learning Spanish, it's actually going to improve their English language skills across the board, which is something that is really exciting. And for our English language learners, again, research has shown that dual language programs are the most beneficial types of programs for our English learners. So this is a win-win situation where all of our students are going to benefit greatly.
All right, Ms. Buckley. Ms. Buckley, we haven't heard from you. I know she's super excited. Assistant
Thanks for
Superintendent.
handing the baton over. We've had a couple of meetings, and I'm very excited for this initiative to come to Waterbury. I often reflect on where we have friends and family members who speak multiple languages and think about why do we struggle in the United States not to be able to have that concept. And here we are in Waterbury, we are going to do it because, we've done the research and we're ready and poised to do it. I'm very excited to work with the team. And because it's going to be an international school, beginning at the elementary level, that's my area of expertise. So I'm very excited to assist in this initiative and move forward with it in the fall of 2021.
Thank you. And I see we have Commissioner Vanstone here and a few questions coming in, so I'll answer those and then and hear from Commissioner Vanstone. One of the parents asked, is this for neighboring towns? For right now, this is not a magnet school. This is a choice school for residents of Waterbury. So, as this program grows and gets larger, we continue wanting to offer this for our Waterbury residents. At this time, it's not a magnet school. It is for Waterbury residents, and we anticipate a lot of applications. And so I want to again push you all, if you live in Waterbury or if you're moving to Waterbury, if you're trying to decide, do I go into Waterbury or do I move to a surrounding town? This could be a great reason to stick around. And Commissioner Vanstone, I saw perseverance behind you, which was one thing that we're all going to need, is perseverance as we learn this other language here. Adela has to step up on us because she's already bilingual, but the rest of us are going to need to persevere. But you switched, and I see you got our flags up. Vanstone, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, just quickly, I'll let the experts take it because I'm certainly not going to speak any Spanish for anyone. But yes, I did change to the Chase building with all the flags when we fly those each and every year on the front of the building. So I just shot Dr. Ruffin a text actually to say that this program is going to become one of my favorites. I have a bunch of favorites, so I just keep adding on to my favorites. So I think it's very important we do this for a number of reasons. One, to bring the English language students, in to be able to teach to learn Spanish. But also, what a lot of people need to understand too, the benefit also for the Spanish-speaking students is these are the grades that, if their language skills aren't able to be addressed the best way, which is difficult at times, they just fall behind. They could be a very bright student, but it could take them years to re-catch up and be able to be at a grade level. So I think this has so many benefits. Like you said, Darren, we could probably do a telethon and just keep on talking about this. And I absolutely agree with everyone saying. This program has absolutely my support 100%. And I look forward to being able to watch this grow. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're ready. I mean, we've Dr. Waterbury rocks, it. As a Waterbury resident, I'm excited. Like I said, personally and professionally, this is just wonderful. And I'm hoping we have that problem of how do we figure out how to get more kids in. That's a great problem to have. And so, encourage those around you to apply. We'll stay on here for tonight to answer any questions, but we have more opportunities to come back and ask questions. This isn't the last time. We're taking the show on the road, and so stay with us on our website and in our Twitter feed, and make sure that if you go home and you click off and you say, oh man, I wish I asked that question. Several more opportunities to do so. This isn't our last time getting in front of the group here, and so feel free to come back, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions.
Darren, can we get Tanya to place the email in the chat
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
for the questions if they think of them later? Thank you, Tanya.
Well, it looks like we're in a good place. Not getting any questions. I think we're getting better as we do more. So I think we answered most of them today. But we'll be happy to stay on 2 more minutes for those that want to sign up, stay on and ask a question. But if not, thank you for coming tonight, and we look forward to seeing your application. The email, as Tanya put in, the wonderful Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Who's staying on these with us. Central office at waterbury.k12.ct.us. If you have additional questions for us, we'll be happy to answer those at your convenience of submitting them.
Anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, I know I've already said like 100,000 times how excited I am about this opportunity, but this is something that, you know, as a parent, I wish that this would have been something that would have been available to my children, because even though I'm bilingual, they're not fully bilingual. They can speak some, they can understand more, but when it comes to the reading and the writing, definitely not. And at one point I even thought about, you know, how did I learn 2 languages? And that's because I was educated in 2 languages. You know, I learned Spanish, I was educated in Spanish. Then I moved here, I was educated in English. And because I had the opportunity to attend school in 2 languages, I was able to become fully bilingual. I even thought about moving the children and myself, you know, maybe for like 2 or 3 years, somewhere where they could be immersed in Spanish and be able to learn and be educated in Spanish. And, you know, we did not do that. But this is something that, you know, I wish this had been available for my children. And it's something that my heart is so happy that we're going to be able to, you know, provide this opportunity to all, you know, all of our students that attend. So it's something that, you know, our students will be able to become bilingual, not only for our Spanish speaking students, but our native English speakers as well. And I can't wait to see them, you know, get to high school, be able to take those advanced placement Spanish classes and earn the seal of biliteracy and be able to go out into the world as fully biliterate individuals. So that's really exciting.
And they can work anywhere they want to, all over the world. And I hope they do not forget their superintendent.
And I hope they come back and teach for us. I think at least a few of them. I hope a few. Go and see the world.
Well, they can teach online too.
Teach online. That's right. Well, thank you all for coming at 7:15. We appreciate it. But you have the email. Please email us with any questions. We look forward to the applications coming in. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate you.
Buenas noches.